You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
Stop sliming, get your tongue out of my ass, please. You, Juan.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
To refuse such gorgeous beauty. Oh, alright. This salty bloke up here, the guy that seems to be unsure as to what voice to use for his character.
I think Mid might need some help.
Pick up your feet, Lord Rossfield, please.
Alright there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
It's done.
I have it here.
Here's your ash. Now please leave me alone for... It is hypothesized that the bomb's inclination to self-destruct during violent encounters is a form of collective preservation, akin to how a honeybee will sting a threat to the hive at the cost of its own life. But does a bomb have a hive? I don't see why any singular sort of lone wolf thing would do something. You know what? I'm not a bomb expert. Not an authority on bomb.
And plenty of it too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise.
Okay.
Right then.
Goodbye.
Let's get this contraption up and running.
Have a good. What are you cooking?
There we have it.
It looks altogether alchemic.
The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
That is actually true.
Silly.
You can reward me by never talking to me
Let me
again.
take a look at that bag of yours. The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything.
Meaning I can store
I
more?
might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well,
Oh, that is actually great.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
I mean, I shouldn't be too happy with that because it means that I get hit enough to warrant to use that many potions, which, you know, I tend to be a disappointment every now and then. But still.
Well, what do you reckon?
it certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you,
I think.
I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag.
So this is a tryout?
There's plenty more where that came from.
Don't rub me. Quest complete. Weird Skies, I do get 4T renown for this though. That's the Treated Potion Satchel, where the same exotic compound Were the same exotic compound that was applied to the leather of this satchel be kneaded into a pair of boots, they would surely become supple enough to accommodate a man with 20 toes. Yuck. Necessary for increasing consumable inventory capacitat. Absolutely fantastic. Marvelous times had by all. You have obtained and treated potion satchel, hereby increasing your capacity for carrying consumables. Item slot increases are as follows. Potions, 6. High potions, now 4. Strength and scone tin tonic, both 3. Okay. Okay. I accept this. Now, I believe if I take the other route and or exit, I will pass by the blacksmith and Haron. And another chat with Haron. I have to talk to the old bat twice, really? Well, first then, here is your whetstone, sir.
Sorry for the wait. Hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
Thundered whetstone. A slab of rock quarried on the southern continent. Its unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening blades, forged from all manner of metals, from bronze to adamantite.
A whetstone? Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
Give it a go, see how you like it.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels.
True.
Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade to rattle me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil.
Lel, true.
But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine. Now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles.
If we can combine the two.
I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
Let's go.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone.
All right, Keith Richards.
Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
I'm happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it.
Deal.
Come and find me when you've got the materials.
Right? I will.
Maybe I already have them. So what draft do I have unlocked with this? I got the blacksmith blues. Excalibur! Let's go! A diagram detailing the steps to forge a sword to rival that of a legendary king. And it's Excalibur and not Excalibur. To those who remember that particular joke. Might as well give it a go, right?
What do you need?
Or maybe I need to have defeated the S-rank monster.
What's that for you, dear?
Oh no, I don't. And it's better than what I could have made, probably. Requires Earth and Fury, sure. Bomb, Ember, Grimilk, and Hide. You know what? I will want the Excalibur just because I can have the Excalibur. Already have one. I can't reinforce it, as I typically... So Enhancer 2 requires Enhancer 1, but what are the stats on this thing? 250, 235, yeah, absolutely
Anything
not.
else?
It's a normal sword again, but I guess Excalibur always was pretty traditional in its looks, which is fine. Which is fine.
Crystal too?
There is nothing on the table.
It's no joke.
Okay, Juan.
Lady
Hello
Karen,
again.
Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
That is true.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
Technically
Fine.
speaking, I sort of am.
I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Deal. That is fine.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much.
I mean...
Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at
Nope.
all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones.
Yes, sir.
Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, you're not
I
getting anything,
still
sir.
haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
Whichever,
You so
right?
little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
For good reason, I'm sure.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Transpired. Expired, I should say.
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day,
Oof.
I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to, I forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. Me and
Oops.
Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no
Oops.
hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away.
God damn, that's rough,
I
man.
couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It
Wait,
was
so-
him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again.
Is
And
that
he was
what...
true to his word too.
Yeah.
Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone.
So that was the catalyst then.
Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
What a hero. Oh. Oh, flashback. Hello. Toria and Karen.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
Welcome home.
But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true.
Let's go for another few
I'd
miles.
always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
Nice.
But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
Probably, yeah.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us.
Here to that.
I just shoved people in the right direction. Barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go...
What? I don't want to drink out of
Sid
that.
would have wanted you to have this.
I'll put it.
This'll do me just fine.
I don't want to know where this has been or what's been in it.
Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Nah, we're square. It's good. I'll put this on my collection
What do you
sticky.
have?
Exactly. I'll put this on the table of memories and leave it as a quest complete. We are 7 Sid's goblet. According to Otto, Sid never once washed his goblet, despite using it every day for both wine and small beer. I won't have it said that I'm a poor host. I mean, certainly gets a totally different ring to it, doesn't it? Man, there's something elegantly simple and nice to this blade. Yes, once more there. This is the goblet, that's fine. Yeah, let's talk to the lady.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really?
The reason I won't talk to Otto just now is because it might automatically set things in motion again, and doing this, I at least know for sure that everything is finished and dealt with. I do something else.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
Yeah, sort of.
You could say that.
Let me tell you about minerals and nutrients.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Just a sloppy, still bloody, sinewy elder antelope femur. Short of slaying a behemoth, or a curl, a bison, minotaur, or an adamantoise, one would be hard-pressed to find a larger leg bone. If this does not satisfy Torgal's ancestral hunger, chances are nothing indeed will. 5 femurs. Alright. A lot. Just on the counter.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that.
When it comes to my
In
doggo,
return,
you are.
You can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
All's well that ends well, I suppose. You. Thanks for the insight.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents.
Hadn't we already,
Recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation.
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone.
But Torgal is serving
While
me.
the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Sid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty. And that
Now that you
number
mention
has only
it.
grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh.
He's more than an ally. He's a friend.
He's a bestie. Quest complete. Another one of that. Cavals Fang. Even a legendary king, surrounded by the realm's greatest knights and blessed by the very heavens, would have found himself hard-pressed to unite the warring tribes of ancient Valisthea. Fortunately, he had the help of his fine and trusty hound, Caval. Slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. You know what? I might actually equip this as a sort of memento kind of thing. It's nice to know that the game thinks about the goodest boy as well. So we're gonna do uses Rising Flames cooldowns. You know what? It's fine. I'll probably replace this at some point, but for now, let me just enjoy some moment of Torgal-ism. Now, let's see what Otto wants.
Ugh, I'm never drinking again.
Biggest lie of 2023.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to do?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Why would you call your kid Crow? What kind of messed up individual do you have to be?
How may I help you today, Clive?
What
Your
news,
benefactors are a
Dizzy?
generous lot.
The goddess Grieger teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows his path an outlaw, a humble servant. Thank you.
You earned this.
Did I?
All done?
Did all really? Alright, how much does this boost my shite? Increases healing potency of high potions by 25%. In remote locations where trained physicers cannot be found, the duties of curing the injured of their ills oft falls to the men and women of the local churches. Light crystal medallions such as these assist the clergy in their healing prayers. Thank you. I will put it in my jewelry box.
Alright, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear,
Yes.
that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave.
Well, actually,
No
about
excuses
that.
now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
Give it 2 weeks,
She
right?
said that. In those words.
Did, yes.
Clive. Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Got you bamboozled. Make for the fore deck. I swear, if she stole my boat, I will sink her in it.
Obelith, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she?
Yep.
But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens.
Why?
Got a letter for you.
From Mid.
By the sound of it.
Oh.
One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person.
Wait.
Post bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canada has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Telemann's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canvarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impeding attack. I trust you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your lovely uncle, Lord Uncle Byron. Huh.
Trouble in Canva.
I mean, you say trouble.
I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Ah, Jesus. Gav, you're up.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Yep, she pulled a Bobby Kotick.
Seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun.
No, it
Everyone
wasn't.
pitching
Like,
in, all that
actually,
bollocks.
no, in
Just like
no
when we
stretch
built
of the
this place.
imagination.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
I mean...
I will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Absolutely.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too.
Oh, cool.
She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Alright, let's be on our... I cannot go anywhere else. Sid's legacy, just the old hideaway then. Okay. I thought this place was reduced to absolute rubble. Hence why I didn't think about this being his grave. Oh, but there it is.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
That's Phoenix's whole shtick, though.
Life has a beginning and an end.
Except the Phoenix.
So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Who's we? Why is Goots here? Oh, Karen, hello there.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
The winds of change, huh?
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged.
Here.
We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
Is it?
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place.
Do we know a shortcut?
But that'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas.
Actually, not a bad idea.
You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Hands
Stop
off.
that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
Honestly. Like I said, room temperature
There's a
IQ.
caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Boklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road.
Can you
That's
stop
for sure.
giggling like a little bitch?
And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Boklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
A simpleton.
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav.
Already on my way, Captain.
Uh-huh.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
I hope that's not the last we see of him, because typically when you see characters make that sort of wave motion without even looking back.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Protege, huh? Alright. Eastern Dalmatia. Letny's cleft. Something was cleft in twain then. Eastern Dalmatia. Onward!
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Bork. Wait, a new quest is available nearby. What? It's en route. Wait, this is across the thing. Oh, this is great, because now I can eventually map this out as well, because this is in the crevice, I think. Here is definitely some hunt eventually. But yeah, let's just crack on then. I think we can even ride the bike. Hello, bike. Meow. So this is off limits for now. These will open eventually.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass. and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Survival of the fittest. That's a pleasing view, alright. And I do love the lagoon-ish look the water has. Yeah, that's the fishing village down below. I've been all the way up there. Is that the sound of my headset being almost empty?
Several bad puns later.
Alright, so that's just plenty enemies. I can not care about this. Now. What am I looking at?
What do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Gentlemen?
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out.
I'm right next to you, dude.
Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
That is a good question.
The man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however,
Who are these
have
pigs
the
and
look of
wedge?
a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
At least they're honest about the whole thing. Sure.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
Stop sliming, get your tongue out of my
you
ass,
came along.
please.
Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right.
Yes, Mum.
Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us.
You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Look, onward and upward.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
They were very sketchy.
Driver, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Ow, you penis. I deserve that because I used the wrong skill. Suffer. $49, like almost 50k. Absolutely fantastic. No shot whatsoever. And that was satisfying.
That's that dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
Nope. Press the button to do the thing. Wonderful, Clive. You sure know how to break a barricade.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
Do you even have a merchant friend? Isn't this
How
just something?
exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
Yeah.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
You're gonna see this for yourselves, aren't you?
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Get card. This is obviously... Ah man, this is I'd rather the bandits have this card, to be honest. I feel dirty and used.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
Famous last words. I
Path continues on the
need
other side.
to get some food in me because I have a rumbly in my tumbly. So we'll shall shave here and continue very soon indeed.
Much later.
I see the enemy ahead, yes. Is there any reason why I would take this rickety-ass bridge? And as the Albed would say, the answer is Huba. Oomsdaman, instant death. That is not the way, but it has become the way.
Get him!
Hit him. Go on, Jill. Must I do everything myself? Excalibur. You might be wondering why I'm not on Chocobo back, or on Choco back, and you are correct in wondering this. You're recording, yes. Oh, please feast your eyes on this monstrously pleasing, the final sin, on this monstrously pleasing sight.
The land of the gods.
If this is the land of the
Even
gods,
more impressive than I imagined.
anything but.
I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes.
Is that just another icon battle?
If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
Or
The
we'd
gods
need...
emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
That of the bearer and that of the dominant?
Dominants and bearers.
There you go.
To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominants and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
But no.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you?
Wish I
In
still
your room,
did.
I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
I mean, he's not incorrect.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Oi.
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
If you plumb those depths, maybe you'll find Leviathan.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us.
Aren't you people, like, dying with that gear on, by the by? It doesn't look like the most desert heat friendly garb.
Nothing. It's nothing.
I don't believe you. Would love to see that in the meanwhile. In another part of town, seat of the Imperial Court. Is Bahamut angry that they went behind his back?
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
Just lounging in his chair like nothing.
I have.
Is there a reason why?
Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god.
You are not a god.
The emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh.
A whack with the cane?
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father, I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
Oh.
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch!
Why are you pushing me? I am the dominant.
Bend the knee. All else is heresy.
I can flatten this nation.
Forgive me. This audience is over. Come, Your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Luncheon?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
It pains me that I cannot make the changes I wished to
I have
make.
suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
Again,
what do you know of my blood?
I mean, if he doesn't want to see his father succeed, all he has to do is go full prime, lay waste to the Imperial City, which he can do, and then forfeit the nation to anyone who would see fit to invade and say, I'd rather live my life in service to the oppressor than to do any more of your bidding, father. It's a Chad move, to be certain, but, you know. But I suppose with these seeds of doubt he will be easier to manipulate by both me and my brother, whom is, at this point, still, like, very much absent. I find the Phoenix to be very, not available for any kind of small talk or big talk.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to
Is there a hell?
His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But...
Ow, you... Okay, have it your way. Have it your... that was a good attack, I'll give you that, but... if death is what you seek, then death is what you shall have.
Nice try.
Did you dodge? You didn't. Oh, no. No, you don't. And he resets. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Let's go.
I should head up there. I should head up there and murk the bitch, but... fine.
Faster!
Let's be on our not-so-merry way. Look at all these pilgrims.
More refugees.
You don't have to live like a refugee.
Without the crystal's blessing. stables, girl.
Boklad.
That's a lot of people being bored out of their minds, alright?
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post haste.
Post haste.
Crimson caravans, scooping up all the residents.
What is this house of pleasure?
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
Alas. Oh, hello. Oh, a tune for the thingy. I knew that. You,
Well
man.
met.
Betrayal. I can
Fine choice. Many thanks.
There you go.
Farewell.
Okie
Out of my
now.
sight, wretch. I've no use for a brandy who can't even fill my cup.
Soon, this will all be over. Boklad markets.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread? You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. You're more than welcome to look.
Yes.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an exception? Not for the likes of you.
Not for the likes of
We
you.
won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we?
Time to acquire another seal, crest, button, bauble, whatever. Lets the locals know that I'm one of the good ones. I mean, that thick lump isn't that hard to miss.
I'll take
the
large one.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
Start at World 1-1,
It's
please.
betrayed us pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you
You
remember when
had
you last saw
one
it?
fucking
It was in my
job.
pocket a minute ago. Then a burn bumped into me and...
I see.
Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise
that's-
me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
Absolutely.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where. I've got a pal in Boklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead.
How about the future?
I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the checkpoint.
I'll keep my left eye aimed at my right hand pocket.
Looking to hire a coach?
No.
It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Piss off.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad?
Who exactly are you? You've got resting bitch face, alright.
I gather Lady Karen didn't send you.
I think that if Lady Karen knew, Goots wouldn't be alive.
So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
You are familiar then, okay.
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back.
I don't intend to, but, you know.
We can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either.
I mean...
Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
Yes, please.
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all.
So you steal passes from people and you sell them.
Outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market.
Voila.
Yes, and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants.
God damn it, doorbell.
A few inches later.
A stand. Will you stand with us?
Don't fly, make a statement, take a stand.
And we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Put someone to the blade, is what I hear.
Of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots.
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait.
Alright.
But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
Oh then. Dorgal, you're up.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly.
Sid.
But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
Yes. Another seal, another bauble, another whatchamacallit.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
I reckon I've got like a chest area full of just medals showing that I am indeed a man of the people.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Snake spit? Excuse you? You.
Are you the furniture maker?
No.
Looking for something in particular? Ah, and Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
I go
Thank you.
and have a word.
We will.
With the fish lady.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will...
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
Not
She's
quite.
asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by
I
the
mean,
sound of it.
obviously.
We get a lot around here.
They do this for the guy who doctors it. They get food.
Perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
Ah, I see. Yep.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
So we should just use a
You should
kid.
start with the children around here then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right then.
Do we have some? Yeah.
Questioning children.
Do we have some spare kids that we could use as bait to this kid diddler? So the street rats do work for this dude. He rewards them with food, so it doesn't cost him anything. Not much, really. He makes a killing off...
Sweet as nectar.
And the guy lives the good life. Scowling Kid.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary.
You're not helping.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away.
You're not incorrect.
That's what I'm about to tell you to do.
Bitch, I will
Sorry.
kick your teeth in.
I'll leave you alone.
I'll take the guard.
Don't nick 'em, brusk boy.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
How very
I
direct,
don't know.
Clive.
Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Clive, you lack a certain finesse when it comes to talking to people.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Anxious girl. Why are you anxious, girl?
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
Does it, though?
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
At least give the girl some food or something.
Come
Throw that kid a bread roll.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
I'm cheap and I'm
What's that
easy.
for hire?
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Hamza. Abu Hamza.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings.
Ah, here I go.
He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Speaking of
Chance
that,
to be a fine
pass,
thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
No, you're not.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
I will fucking rip out his innards. And I will write his name with them.
I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy.
I mean, with this pace, Clive.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
But... I would like to hear the but side of this story. Chocobo tamer. Is there a hidden... No, but there is something for me. Awesome. I'm expecting something like a tunnel or something that leads out of town. Are you under here?
Oh, shit. Cornered.
Yep, you are.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
Good, you understand that.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me.
Actual gill?
I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free.
True.
Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Yeah.
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
I mean, it's not like I don't get it. Yes.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people?
Theodore?
Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Alright, Mr. Menacing Mercenary.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade.
Gag.
Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
It was a
Theodore,
shitty attack.
What do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship.
But alas.
But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him
I
do.
never did,
If he
because
and
I
his friends
understood.
hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
That's what I said. That's what he said, at least. Quest complete. To catch a thief, one needs to think like a thief. Now then. So, good. Okie doke.
Oh, where is it?
He doesn't know.
I'm sorry.
That's alright. So, why can't we just continue this conversation and then say quest complete?
What's the plan?
There is
What
no
else?
plan.
We find the cast stones and we crush them.
Yes, but a
You get
little
your
more
trader's
detail.
pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then.
I'd like a little more, a few
What's
extra
up?
steps.
Where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Lateney's Cleft.
To Lateney's Cleft, then.
It'd be kind of amusing if it were those two...
Past the camp.
Past the camp. If it were those two guys that wanted me to clear the wagon with stuff. If they're they're members of those group, of those group.
What's that then?
That's not English. But you know what I meant.
There are no crystals here.
No, they're just out and about. Like, socially? Yet no one's ever been able to find them.
That's the
Slay-
one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
Come here. Come here.
This way. All yours, Torgal.
Fine.
Over here.
Oh,
I
okay.
doubt these were the ringleaders.
Absolutely
No, we're
not.
on the right track.
Not always on the right track. But no one has ever truly been able to find them.
We got company. That's the lot.
That's so on. Yoink.
All yours, Torgal.
Geç, 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 geç.
It's over.
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Fewer, excuse you? But no one has ever been able to find their tents.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Ne'er-do-well?
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
Scum of the
The
earth.
leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
For us area!
Fuck! It's that guard from Boklad! Kill him! Kill them all!
Isn't that a Metallica album? I was hoping that I could dodge just in time. Now, going to most things here. Right back at you, bitch. I didn't press the button in time. Yes. 1, 2. Got your nose. Nope. That got me pretty good. Oh well, none matters. That was kind of shameful. Oh well. That's a nice collection of stuff, if I do say so myself.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet.
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere.
But then there's still someone who's
Now
doctoring these
I just have to sort through it all and
passes.
return everything to the people it was taken from.
Who doctors
We
these
should go and give
passes?
Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
That one, Chief. Nothing here.
His pass will be in here somewhere. Might take a...
Sorry, what was that? I wasn't actually listening. Problem solved.
Clive, how goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
He has been instrumental in dismantling this little operation.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell.
True.
Speaking of whom, Welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise.
Such sarcasm.
Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly.
I did.
Would it now? Sid.
Clive is my name, though.
Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving.
Anything?
Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
Oh, shit.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation.
Oh, I know of a little
and who
retreat.
better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one.
Told you,
So
boy.
what would you say to working together again?
Deal. Be a fool to say no.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
What is it?
A seal.
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
Okay, I'll take it. Seal joined the collar and come. Ah, I see.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
Instead of 10,
We'll try the caravan.
we travel light. Like blood from a stone. Ooh. Traders Pass. The raised letters upon this square of burnished bronze read, by order of the Board of Delegates, is the bearer of this token bestowed all rights and permissions permitted a Dominion merchant. Cool. Thunderstorm cooldown by 2.7%. You know what? I'm Gucci.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.